Welcome to highlights of the 64th edition of the Gran Premio Miguel Indurain with me, Jez Cox. This race, of course, dating all the way back to 1951 and honouring the great Big Mig, winner of 5 Tours de France and 7 Grand Tours in total. The race starting and finishing in Estella Lizarra in the Basque-speaking part of Spain, resembling basically a pair of tied shoelaces, making their way north and then south and every time looping back through Estella. The first half of this 203-kilometre race was dominated by a 6-man breakaway made up mostly of pro team riders and continental level team riders. That all came back together just outside 100k covered, and it was the team of Movistar looking to really shred the race. So far, Astana had controlled things all day long, reeling back in that breakaway. By the time they came to the first climb of the Alto de Erol, a climb that the riders take in twice in the GP Miguel Indurain, and from that point onwards, it really did become a big smackdown between the riders from Movistar and the riders from Astana Premier Tech. A big group of 16 riders going clear in the midsection of the race and then forging on towards the back end. Luis Leon Sanchez, the Spanish national champion, joined by Ben Swift, the British road race champion as well, and jumping across to them, another Ben Hermans, the Belgian, in the colours of Israel Startup Nation with 43k to go. The final rider to join those three to make a powerful 4 in the lead was Jefferson Capeda, the Ecuadorian, in the colours of Caja Rural. Those 4 forged on, but behind, a bubbling, simmering Alejandro Valverde was trying to work out how he would win his 3rd edition of this race. Simon Geschke of Cofidis attacked, the German rider attacked off the front of our chasing group, and right behind, a little touch of wheels, Tom Scoynes of Trek Segafredo and the talented French climber Guillaume Martin just finding themselves in a bit of a ditch. Ben Swift was detached as Luis Leon Sanchez pushed on, but Alejandro Valverde had decided this was the time to jump the gap when the gap was just 9 seconds. Catching Ben Hermans and then driving on by himself, Valverde absolutely intent on the age of 40 at not missing out on joining Angel Vicioso on 3 wins of this race. He joined up with the current Spanish national road race champion, Luis Leon Sanchez, so an Astana rider and a Movistar rider in the lead. And Alexei Luksenko, the Kazakh champion in the colours of Astana, of course, careful not to draw anyone across with him, jumped across that gap really impressively, but in doing so, dented his legs ever so slightly for the finale. Great ride by the Kazakh champ, though, and he did make it on. So a powerful leading trio. All that was left was for Alejandro Valverde, the former world road race champion, to finish off this edition of the GP Miguel Indurain, and that he did, putting paid to things on one of the last little kickers with just 2 kilometres to go, the climb of the Alto do Muro, using that as his launch pad to bring himself back down into Estella, and he made it work. Enough time to celebrate as well Movistar's first victory of the 2021 season, and Alejandro Valverde, even with his illustrious palmares, absolutely delighted with the win. Alexei Luksenko took 2nd, and Luis Leon Sanchez closed out that 2nd and 3rd for the Astana Premier Tech team. Pello Bilbao it was, taking 4th, ahead of a strong but quiet ride by Eli Gesbert. Valverde absolutely delighted to get Movistar's win sheet up and running for 2021, and at the age of 42, looking as sprightly as ever alongside Miguel Indurain himself on the podium. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it, folks. Have a fantastic week enjoying the Ronde van Vlaanderen tomorrow.